Hey, good morning. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with my just quick summary and update on what I'm working on, what I'm doing to move my businesses from offline to online. Last night I had a group meeting for one of the projects I'm working on, and of course I have a huge list of things to do. It's actually a mobile app that we're launching, and it's, over 2 months behind in programming, which is super frustrating. The things that are outside of our control, even though we contractually put things in place to prevent this, prevent the delays. Obviously, there's an issue with the other guys, the programmers and the people we contracted with to do that, not meeting their end of the agreement. And so that's always kind of a stressful thing for me. I like to expect everybody to do what they say they're going to do in a timely manner, not to cause strife and stress. But this one's starting to cause a little bit of friction. And I'm not going to let it get to me. I know what to do, but it's frustrating because we're really excited. We've got this huge, project that we're working on and things that we're doing as a team to launch this, but we're still continuing to do things, but a lot of what we should be doing right now is beta testing this app. And actually, beta testing should have been done with this app a month ago, because it shouldn't have taken us more than a month to beta test it. So again, it's just a matter of readjusting our timeline and our priorities and, figuring out what's it going to take to get this to the point where we can actually beta test it, because it's not there yet. So I'm looking at a big list of those things that I need to do and follow up on today. And I also need to do the things that I'm working on for my personal projects. I need to do I'm doing a daily painkillers challenge for 30 days. And so I'm on day 4 of that. So I need to go ahead and produce that content. So I'll do a video, then I'll do a write-up for it, and then I need to share that and post it online so that people have access to it at a later time. They don't have to just see it today, because that would sort of be a waste of energy and effort. This particular video I'm doing just kind of as a running documentary to keep track of what I am doing and what I am working on, so I can go back and watch them and say, okie dokie, I spent a week and a half on XYZ and it didn't move me anywhere forward. So next time I see a shiny object, I need to really evaluate and ask myself, is that going to really contribute to what I need to accomplish now for the projects I'm working on? And if the answer is no, it goes in the back burner. It goes on I put a little favorite star on it and I save it for a later date. Because you know what? Everything that you ever want to do or learn, or everything you think you need to learn before you do something is not true. Everything you need is already inside you. Everything I need is already inside me. I need to remind myself of that, because I tend to get sidetracked on trainings and ideas and thinking I need to have more information before I actually throw stuff out and do things that I know I need to do and I'm more than capable of doing and always have been. So I have to, that's just an example of what I might have to look back on and say, oh, okay, yeah, that was really interesting, but did I need to spend 3 hours watching that? For example, there's a training today on webinars, and it's going to be really good. I paid for it. But now I'm thinking, do I really need to spend 3 or maybe 4, because sometimes these things go over, 3 or 4 hours listening to 2 of the best people in the world present on webinars, meaning they're going to sell me a multi-$1,000 program at the end of it. So do I really want to spend the time watching that? Or do I want to spend that 3 or 4 hours working on these projects for the mobile app, or working on my personal project for people with chronic pain? Gotta decide that today. So I'll let you know tomorrow what I did. I might listen to the presentation while I do some work on these other projects, because sometimes, believe it or not, I can multitask. I mean, some people, men mostly, will tell you that multitasking is impossible, but I say no. If you're a woman, you know how to multitask, because if women didn't know how to multitask, the population would die, because there would be no children on the planet. Anyway, probably no husbands either, but I can't speak to that anymore. Anyway, go out, make it an awesome day. I'm going to get to it. I've got a painkillers video to make, and I thought it was about why as I was laying in bed and thinking about it this morning, and then I got up and checked my list, because what I like to do when I'm doing something like a 30-day challenge, this is my strategy. I want to share this. I decide what the topic is, and then when I know what the topic is, I have a general idea of what I want to cover and what I'm going to talk about. Then I decide, okay, what's the best format and best way to present the information and share the information I want to share. So for this particular challenge, it's called Painkillers Challenge, and it's for people with chronic pain. And it's a 30-day challenge to alleviate and help them kill their chronic pain. So when I think about my chronic pain, I think that I cannot take a singular approach to it. I mean, a lot of people would like just to take a medication or a drug and think that that's going to solve their chronic pain issue. Sorry, newsflash, it ain't going to work. Pain meds are just one tool in a toolbox that has to include your mind, your body, and your spirit. The whole being, your whole person has to be dealt with when it comes to dealing with chronic pain if you ever hope to get out of the vicious cycle where chronic pain controls you and you don't really have any control over your life. So I brainstormed. I'm doing a 30-day challenge, so I thought, okay, well, I'll brainstorm 10 body and physical related things, my 10 best things that work for me. Then and for other people I know, because I've shared all my strategies with everybody I know. Mind, because I know how much my thoughts and beliefs have an impact on how I am feeling in terms of my chronic pain. And then my spirit. You have to include who we really are as a being to change or do anything. Everything in life is about how and who we become. I mean, all of us who are business owners and everybody who's seeking to achieve anything, we only achieve that when we become the person that's capable of having achieved something. So I'm not a billionaire because I am not yet the person that is capable of being a billionaire. And what's the difference between me and anybody else and a billionaire? The beliefs, the absolute spiritual belief in yourself and your ability to flow billions of dollars through your being and through your entities, whatever it is that you create here on planet Earth. And that is getting a little woo-woo, but that's how I did it. So 10 things for mind, 10 things for body, 10 things for spirit. Then the other day on the way to the dog park, actually, with my daughter to take her dogs for a walk, I said, okay, now of these mind, body, spirit things, how am I going to lay out these 30 things? Because a brainstorm list isn't in the right order of how I would want to share it. It's just what I came up with when I was, brainstorming a list. So then I actually had already done the first 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days. I'd mapped out, okay, what are the 5 most important things that somebody with chronic pain needs to know and needs to start doing that's going to make a huge impact on them. So I already knew those top 5 things. And part of the reason I did that and wanted to pull out these top 5 things is because down the road, I probably am going to do just a 5-day challenge that I give away to people to lead them into the 30-day challenge, to lead them into my, chronic pain coaching or whatever it is, to lead them to an event, a chronic pain killing event, like a painkillers event. Whatever. I don't know what those things are yet, but I'm mapping out and planning them. And as I'm creating everything I'm creating and whatever I'm doing, I'm creating it with the thought in mind of what am I going to do with that? How could I use that? How can I share that? How can that all work toward building my painkillers persona and idea and what I offer people with chronic pain? So then I brainstormed. I didn't brainstorm. Then I went through the list and I created my list of 30 topics and what I'm going to talk about for each of the 30 days. Now then, I probably shouldn't admit this because most people probably do years and years and months of preparation for something like this. And honestly, I have done decades of preparation for this particular project. But what I do is, like I said, I lay in bed in the morning and I think about what my topic is for today, what I can share that's worked for me, what I can share about that topic, an example or a story that's worked for somebody else that I've shared it with before or coached on it. And then a quick and easy way, the challenge part is for somebody to actually take action and implement that topic immediately. So, for example, today's topic, I thought was why, and I already had a strategy for that, but it turns out as I look at my book, it's move, because it's a body, it's a physical topic. So now I will spend a few minutes thinking about, okay, what's a story, what's an example, and why is that important, and then what challenge can I give the people that I'm talking to, you, maybe talking to you would be the person I'm talking to actually incorporate that seamlessly into their day so they can start to alleviate their chronic pain by adding this one little thing every day. I'll probably talk about some of the things that I do every day, some of the tricks I do every day to make it possible for me to move. Anyway, I'm rambling. That's enough of this today because I need to get to work, but I wanted to just document my process and how I do that. So go out, make it an awesome day. Of course, I will probably share tomorrow what I'm doing, what I'm working on, what's frustrating me, what I did, what works, what doesn't work, because that's what this is all about. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.